What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video. And quickly, if you guys have not yet hit that sub button, make sure to do so, man. Gonna try to be putting out videos still every single day. Of course, like I said, I am in school now, but still gonna be on that grind. So make sure to hit that sub button and the notification bell while you guys are at it. Also, I should be having a couple really interesting videos out this weekend, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But into this video now, of course, we are talking about all the content that has been leaked and all the content that we know is coming, of course. And that ranges from a lot of different angles. We do know a lot of stuff coming, and I think we know most of the stuff coming. It's just, you know, how they're gonna put it into place and when. Recently, they did finally kind of start being transparent with us and give us kind of a rough sketch, a rough outline on what to expect in Diamond Dynasty pretty much the rest of the year, and I made a list of that, so we'll just be going through it. Basically, the first thing on the agenda, of course, is Player of the Month. The next one for August is going to be released this Friday. We already know that. I will be putting together a POTM prediction, so if you guys are interested in that, that will be out tomorrow, of course. So, you know, Player of the Month for August, of course, is tomorrow, then September, and then I'd assume they're gonna do another postseason one, kind of how they had the George Springer last year. I would be really amazed if they didn't, and I really enjoy the postseason one where they have a bunch of cards, so I hope they do it exactly like how they did it last year. But of course, we know Player of the Month is coming. Next, obviously, once to get it out of the way, is roster updates. Pretty self-explanatory. The next one this Friday, of course, those are gonna be happening throughout the year. But now we start getting into the interesting stuff, some stuff that we finally know about. And the first thing I want to talk about is the future star programs. They did already confirm that we will be getting more, and I would assume it's going to be pretty soon, maybe even this Friday as well. They did not say necessarily if we're gonna get it this Friday, but of course, now that the September call-ups are kind of happening in MLB The Real World, I would imagine that future starts would start to roll in, because for a lot of people, if you guys are not aware, they cannot make just like a future star Vladimir Guerrero Jr. They cannot do that. He has to actually be in the MLB for them to do that. So unfortunately, it looks like he's not going to get called up, so he will not get a future stars card this year. But there is still some very notable names that could. For example, Michael Kopech of the Chicago White Sox, Shohei Ohtani, Austin Meadows, and Kyle Tucker for the Houston Astros. Those really, in my opinion, are the four biggest ones they could come out with. Now, some people might question Ohtani, but I think that's definitely possible. Andrew Benintendi got one last year. Yomer Sanchez, or not Yomer Sanchez, Yon Moncada, oh my god, got one last year. So I think there is a very good chance that Shohei Ohtani gets one, even though he is a live series gold. The real question is it going to be a pitcher or a hitter? I would assume it's going to be a pitcher, of course. We already have a Shohei Ohtani hitter card, so that is really nice. But those are really the four main ones that I see. If you guys have your own suggestions on some future star cards, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. But we will be receiving those, and primarily I would assume they're going to be through the market, and maybe, or not the market, but through programs is going to be the main way that they are going to do it. Of course, last year they had a future star program. I would imagine that it's going to be something similar to this year. Next up is postseason programs that they did mention as well. Of course, if you guys have not really noticed, there is not too many postseason cards in the game right now. There's literally 4 on the market. Of course, there are a few more in total, but they're really saving all the postseason cards for the postseason programs. And I'll get into some of the guys that have not gotten cards yet, and I'll just throw out a spoiler. I think Reggie Jackson is going to get a really good card for a postseason program, although it kind of runs into a different topic, of course, and that goes along the lines of Immortals, and we'll kind of just break into Immortals right now. They did say there will be 2 or more Immortals coming into the game. Of course, we know Ted Williams is going to be one of them. He was leaked on earlier on in the year. We know Ted Williams is coming. We just do not know for sure who that 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th Immortal is going to be. But guys, keep in mind, like I said, there will not be any new legends. So for people hoping for like Big Papi, for people hoping for Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, we will not be receiving any of those because they have not been in the game this year. So hopefully we can get them next year, but this year it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. But I'm still really curious. Let me know down below in the comments who you think those other Immortal players are going to be, because I really don't know other than Ted Williams. I think Reggie Jackson might get it, but if he's on the postseason program, I don't really know. But I did go ahead and made a list of some of the cards that we have not seen so far. Some of them could get immortal cards. Of course, we don't really know, but some of them are legends and some of them are flashback cards that we did have in the past. So without further ado, here are the main cards that we're going to look at. Ted Williams, of course, is not in the game whatsoever at this point. The flashback Carlos Gonzalez is yet to enter the game. The flashback MVP Bryce Harper is still yet to come. Reggie Jackson is in the game, although I think his best card is a silver, so he still has a really good card left. George Brett also is in the game. I think he is an 84 team epic for the Kansas City Royals. Of course, we thought he was going to be in Conquest, but they went ahead and put a bombshell on us and gave us this beast-ass Salvador Perez. Other cards, we have the MVP Josh Donaldson, the newly acquired Cleveland Indian, but his MVP card is not in the game yet, so I'd like to see that one. Gaylord Perry does not have a card of any sorts this year, of course. He's been in the game definitely at least 16 and 17, so I don't really know if he's going to be an immortal player, but he doesn't have any cards just like Ted Williams. Oro Hershiser is another one. Of course, he only has one card that is in Conquest, so he still needs to have a really good card. Craig Kimbrell, of course, is 99 overall. That's always in the game. Is yet to be seen. Of course, I'm not really too excited for that card. Craig Kimbrell on Diamond Dynasty usually does not play that well. We have Bert Blyleven, who I think his best card for the Twins is only like a gold. Yeah, an 83 overall, so we're still going to get a really good card of Bert Blyleven. Another case of he's just not really that good gameplay-wise. Robin Yount, we did get an 87 for Conquest, but he had a 99 last year. I would hope that this is not going to be his best card. We have Brooks Robinson for the Baltimore Orioles, who does have a diamond card and 86 overall, but once again, he had a 99 overall card last year, so I would imagine they're going to come out with a better one. And lastly, Al Kaline, who I still do believe is going to be in Conquest. I am pretty sure he's going to be this Conquest Destiny reward right here. Should be like a 92, 93 overall card for the Detroit Tigers, of course. And then there is still like Mike Trout, who could get one. And Joey Votto's got a flashback card in the past, but immortal wise, the only ones I'm really looking at are, you know, Ted Williams, of course, Reggie Jackson, maybe, George Brett, maybe, Gaylord Perry, maybe. But otherwise, I don't really know for immortal, so it will be really interesting. Of course, we've had the whole Mike Trout debacle, whether or not he's going to get an immortal card. And that has a lot of debate, of course, so I don't really know what they're going to do with that. But we do know that there are going to be at least 2 new immortals coming into the game, and those are really the main flashback and legend cards that we have not yet to see that have been in years past. And then finally, to wrap it up, they did confirm that the show finest programs like they had last year are going to be returning. If you guys don't know what that is basically they just they aren't necessarily, they're kind of flashbacks to the whole season in a sense. They're more so something that Madden would come out with, I would call. And it basically just highlights the league's best players of last year. So last year the grand reward was a 99 overall Jose Altuve, but they had like a 99 Votto, a 99 Sale. I know they had a Severino, a Gary Sanchez, and I think it ended up being like 10-15 cards. I was a big fan of that program. Really thought they did well because those cards, while they weren't in regular packs, they did have a free one. So you actually got a free 93 overall plus card, which is actually really cool. I remember I actually pulled the 99 Votto, which was really cool, but you know, some were on the market and some you earned in the program, all leaning towards that 99 Jose Altuve. So of course this year it's probably going to be, you know, maybe like JD Martinez, Mookie Betts, probably whoever wins the MVP award. So I'm really excited for that one as well. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. One, if you did enjoy the Tots, or not the Tots Finest, the Show Finest program from last year, and also who do you guys think should be receiving some Show Finest cards? Basically, who do you guys is thinking is having an amazing year this year in MLB? The real life season, of course, and that really sounds like it's going to be about it for the content in this game. Of course, they could drop some other stuff. They might be dropping some stuff for like hardware when those, you know, when the awards in the real life MLB start to release as well. Because I don't think there's too many hardware cards out right now, just like the postseason. I can check, but maybe they do something with that. Like I said, this is all that they have released so far and all that we found as a community. And honestly, I hope they add more stuff than this because, you know, once the season ends, roster updates, they're gone. Future stars could still come. I think they started releasing future stars last year. They really put a lot out that was kind of like when Madden came out, so about right around this time, a little earlier. So like I said, I would assume those are going to come out really soon. Postseason program, pretty self-explanatory in the postseason. Immortals, like I said, my bets, the current rate and the Vegas odds are going towards a ticket counter Immortal for Ted Williams. I would imagine that's what they're going to do with at least him. I don't know about the other Immortal cards. And yeah, that pretty much is going to wrap up this video. Like I said, that is all the content that we do know about and some you know, like leaked cards and leaked stuff that we do know. Like I said, a lot of stuff to you know, still to be discovered, a lot of stuff that we do not know, but as a community, there's a lot of stuff that we found and a lot of stuff that we can side on is, you know, pretty much factual that's gonna happen. But once again, if you guys had any comments on the stuff that I covered in this video, make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Like I said, future stars, immortals, flashback cards, anything in between that you guys would like to see come into MLB The Show 18, make sure to leave them down below. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below, and I hope you guys have a great rest today, and later guys, comes out. Yeet.
Love is love and hate is hate. To die's an awesome adventure and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory, I tell you.